Hi, and welcome back to Plastic Models by a Regular Dude, and a quick update, see what's going on this channel. All right, what's been going on around here? First of all, some of you that follow my channel may have noticed that the Academy P47 videos have ceased to be uploaded. There's a reason for that. No, I did not have a catastrophic failure with the aircraft or the build or anything else, because it's totally complete and it's alive and well. Problem is, I got a new computer. My other one started giving me problems. So I got a new laptop, and somehow, some way, during the transfer of stuff from one computer to another via external hard drives and such, I lost the remainder of my videos for that series. Yes, I should have had it backed up somewhere, and I thought I did, but I didn't. So I'm going to have to reshoot the final and talk about the kit, but here it is in its finished glory. So I will be in the near future shooting some, reshooting my slideshow photos, and I will talk about the kit, what I thought of it, the usual thing I do when I complete a model. But sorry for those that have been following along. I don't know what happened. Anyway, it won't happen again because everything's transferred over and everything's running good. So anyway, I'll be getting back to that soon. Next, as of this recording right now, I have one video left to upload on the Academy M3A1 Stewart project. And that one is complete. The video shot, I just need to post it this coming weekend. And here's a quick preview of the kit in its finished glory. That's all you get for now. It's called a teaser. But anyway, that video series is done with the exception of posting the final. So that will be up soon. And that's kind of weird now that I think about it. That's 2 Academy kits in a row. Strange. But it was a great kit. Enjoyed building it. I've got some really good comments on it. You know, I'm not saying that people are like, oh, I love your kit. That's all I'm talking about. People having, you know, good remarks and questions, that kind of thing. So for all those sending in comments and such, thanks. I appreciate it. It's nice to hear people say, ooh, nice kit, but it's also nice to hear people say, oh yeah, hey, blah, 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 I built that kit, or, you know, I like how you did this particular thing, that kind of stuff. But anyway, great kit. It's ready to go. So I'll be posting that one up this coming weekend. Next, what is on the bench? Well, if you can see right there on my monitor, that's a BF109 G10. And you can probably see right there, that is the box. It's the 2013, I believe, release of the Revell of Germany 1/32 scale BF109 G10. Now I am just working, oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. Right there are the cockpit parts. I have those painted, decaled, and clear coated, ready to start doing some weathering. Once I do that, then I'll put a flat coat on it, get some shininess going on the instrument faces, and I'll be able to button that up. But also over that way, you can't see it, I've got a figure in the midst of being primed and undercoated, let's call it, because I am going to have a pilot figure in the aircraft because it is going to be built gear up. But I'll get into that in the actual videos that I have started for a build series on that particular kit. But again, you know, I've got another figure going I don't practice enough, and I need to practice more than just a figure for a kit, but I'm getting there. And this particular figure is pretty good. And again, I'll talk about that in the videos themselves, but kind of looking forward to getting that one put in there, getting that buttoned up, and then moving on. But just a quick note on those Revell of Germany kits. If you haven't built one, you might consider it. I talk about it extensively in the intro video of the kit, but that is one of those things that is a good bang for your buck kind of kit. I had a conversation years back with Martin over at International British Modeler YouTube channel, and he was building quite a few of these Revell of Germany 1/32 scale kits, and I had asked him if he was going to add some aftermarket, and he was like, no, he said, I like building out of the box. And one of his comments, one of his videos, is the fact that you get a really nice kit right out of the box. You know, if you're not into that aftermarket stuff, but you still want a decent looking kit, it's totally possible. One example is the instrument panel. The detail relief is really nice, really sharp, really good. The Cartograph decals that go on top of that, they look really, really nice. As a matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. So hopefully you can kind of see here. I'm gonna do the gooby hand thing to get it to focus. Yeah, there we go. But you can see the detail on that is really nice once you put those decals on. And if you line them up right, you get a really nice looking instrument panel. But I need to I'm going to do a little bit of a wash on it to pull out some of the molded in detail and the detail around the actual dials and controls and stuff. And then once I do that, I will flat coat it, and then I will do something for the glass parts of the dials, the instruments. But that's just an example. You know, the kit is really, the detail is really good. There might be some dimensional inaccuracies of the aircraft, but you know, for some people it's a big deal, and that's cool. You know, there's aftermarket stuff that corrects some of that. But for some people, especially if they just want to keep it simple and just build something out of the box, but still have something that's quite nice and quite presentable and offers a bit of a challenge, but not the frustrating kind of challenge, if that makes sense. You know, you're not having to really, you know, work on seam lines and wing roots and all that kind of stuff, but there's enough parts to make it interesting. The detail is nice enough that it allows you to practice your painting skills and your decal alignment skills. These kits are really good, and I've built a couple of them before. No, actually, I've built 3. I built one of these in the past, but I had a failure with that, and that was my thing. It wasn't the kit. I had screwed up on something. But I also built the FW190, which turned out really, really nice, and I've built the P51D Mustang. So eventually I want to get more of them, specifically the ME262 kit that they came out with. And there was something else. I think they might have a Spitfire kit in 1/32 scale. But anyway, they have some really nice kits, and it's just a shame that they stopped making those, because there's a lot of subjects out there, and the kits really seemed to do well when they were releasing them. But, you know, I'm not a marketer, and I'm not, you know, a model company owner, so I don't know the ins and outs of all that. But anyway, I'd like to build more of them in the future. But for that said, that video series will be starting soon, hopefully. I'm in the midst of, I've already got my intro video done, and I'm in the midst of the first part of assembly, which is the cockpit. Just not getting through it very quick because I've had a bathroom remodel going on in my house. It's pretty extensive, so that's been taking up a lot of time. But that's almost done, so I should be able to spend a little bit more time on the model stuff. So what else we got? I have a kit on the shelf right now. It's not the Shelf of Doom. It is the temporarily on hold till the frustration subsides, and that is the Wingnut Wings 1/32 scale Sopwith Pup Gnome kit. Now, first of all, kit is awesome. It's gone together completely as expected. I really enjoyed the build part of it, but I'm at rigging. Now, rigging does not give me problems. I have no problem with rigging. I did it on an Academy, was it Sopwith Camel that I built a year and a half ago, something like that. I did a video series. If I remember, I'll put a link on the end if somebody wants to check it out. But the rigging, I don't have a problem with rigging. You know, it can be a little tedious, but I don't find it, you know, after doing that aircraft, I was like, you know, rigging's cool. I can do this. But for some crazy reason on this Wingnut Wings kit, I cannot get the rigging to stick. I mean, I tried regular thin CA glue. I tried the gel type. I tried the black rubbery type. I can't get the stuff to stick. It'll stick on one side, and then when I try and get it to stick on the other, it will not stay. I don't know what the problem is. I've never had this problem before with super glues, so I'm gonna do something different, but I need to get it first, and I'll talk about that once I get back on the kit. But as far as assembly goes, it's all assembled, pretty much ready to go. The only parts I need to attach are the propeller, and then of course the rigging. So once I get to that, I'll post kind of a summary video. I was going to do like a full stage or a full summary type series talking about the different things that I did, not step by step, just kind of summary stuff. But again, that was something else I lost in the transfer. So once I get it done, I'll just do like a final reveal kind of thing. This is a kit I built. This is some of the stuff I discovered. But then I have a Sopwith Camel, a Wingnut Wings Sopwith Camel that I'll be building in the future. And I'll actually do a build series on that one. This one's just kind of a learning experience. So anyway, we'll get to that. That's another thing that's kind of on hold. That's the only kit really I have that's not complete. So that's kind of cool. I don't like having unassembled model kits or unfinished kits sitting around just for no reason. I'm a firm believer in start a kit, get it built, take a break, work on something else, but then come back to it. Don't put it up there and then forget about it and let it collect dust. Don't do that. What else? After I get finished with the well, maybe in tandem with the 109, I'll probably start another kit because, you know, I like to change between a vehicle, aircraft, just to keep things fresh and to keep things moving. I may start, I have another armor kit that my friend Keith Short had given me a couple of years back. It's a Panzer IV chassis with a 88 millimeter gun mounted on a pedestal on top. It's no turret, no sides, anything like that. It's just a gun mount on top of an M4 chassis. That is a Dragon kit. I may start that one next. I'm going to look through the box and just see how involved or whatever it's going to be. But that may be the next tracked vehicle I build. And once I build that one, that should complete all of the tracked vehicles I have in my meager collection of kits waiting to be built, otherwise known as a stash. So that should be coming up soon. So if anybody's had any exposure to that kit, any experience with it, I'd like to hear about it. See if there's anything I need to watch for. Because Dragon kits can be either complicated yet good, or complicated and frustrating. So I'd like to hear about if anybody has any comments on that. What else? I will be doing some paint videos here in the near future. Those seem to do well on my channel. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I have for a number of reasons, I have changed over to water-based acrylics from lacquer-based acrylics. Why did I do that, you might ask? Well, there's a number of reasons. Number one, some of you in my older videos may remember, especially if you're newer viewers, Jim at Shutter Ace. He had a channel, modeling channel, and he has stopped building models completely. And it's because he has COPD, which is a lung situation, a lung ailment, and breathing in chemicals, however mild, can be quite taxing on his respiratory system. So he decided that he's got other hobbies that he likes to indulge in, and he's going to focus on those. So he's stopped with the models. And that got me thinking, you know, I don't have too many lung problems, but I have a real tendency to have, like, if I get the flu or something, or even a common head cold, it just always settles in my chest. Last year I had pneumonia. It was a real pain. That makes the third time I've had pneumonia in my lifetime. And, you know, I figure, why deal with all that? So I decided to further examine water-based acrylics, which I had used in the past without success. And, you know, I thought, you know, there's thousands and thousands, maybe even more than thousands, maybe tens or hundreds of thousands of people that use water-based acrylics with great results. And a couple of things kind of got me steered in the right direction. Number one, Model Paint Solutions. John at Model Paint Solutions, he is a whiz. I guess he was a chemistry professor, I think, and he is really hip to all the chemistry involved with paint. And he talked about different things with water-based acrylics, specifically Vallejo model air colors, or Vallejo colors. He's talked about those. And those are the ones I wanted to use. I've used them in the past, and I was able to get a whole bunch of them back from Jim at Shutter Ace that I had sent him years ago when I got out of water-based acrylics. He was still using them for part of his paints, or for part of his paint stuff. So I decided I wanted to try it again, and then I had checked on the interwebs, as people do. And, you know, my biggest complaint about those was the ability to, or the inability of being able to spray them for longer jobs, such as painting fine mottling on German aircraft, or fine camouflage schemes, mainly on German vehicles. And I just couldn't do it. And I was able to do it so well with lacquer-based acrylics. However, the stink, and I've got grandkids too, and it's like, you know, the stink in the house, it's not bad because I have an extractor, and my wife never smelt it outside of my, you know, our office here. And even when she was working in here, which is, I'm sitting at her desk right now, she was able to work with no problems because the extractor works really well. And I don't spray a whole lot at a time anyway. So anyway, all that said, I wanted to try the water-based acrylics again. But, you know, the difficulty in long spray jobs and tip buildup and stuff like that, having it skin over in the cup. And then the cleanup was just horrendous. I hated it. And I hated it because with lacquer-based acrylics, it's like you just drop a little bit of just hardware store lacquer thinner in there, swish around a little bit, dump that out, wipe the cup, put a little bit more in, backflush it, dump that, spray some through, you're done. It's clean. You can take your airbrush apart and it's just sparkling. And that was another thing, because the way I spray a little bit at a time sometimes. Like I'll spray just some little small parts, and then I'll change colors and I'll do something else, and then I'll work, and then a few minutes later I'll come back and spray something else. Not the most efficient way to do it, but that's just the way I do it. So anyway, I thought I would try it again, you know, due to those factors. Oh, also the Rusty Scale Show. That's another channel. He talked about Vallejo paints in particular, and their safety or lack thereof. And he did a really deep dive into the chemical makeup of this stuff, and if it's truly, you know, non-toxic and all this kind of stuff. And that's what kind of shifted me back toward the Vallejo, because I like their colors. A lot of people say, oh, their colors are inaccurate, blah, blah. They may be inaccurate, but I have another video that talks about, you know, I think it might be a short, but a video saying, you know, about color accuracy. Who cares? This is for me. A lot of people, it matters a lot, and that's fine. But for me, and for a lot of other people, it's like, who cares? You spray the color on there, once you get done with weathering, it doesn't matter. Well, it does, but, you know, if it's a few shades off one way or the other, you know, olive drab, once you dirty it up, it looks like, you know, a green Army vehicle with dirt and crud all over it. You know, if you're doing a factory fresh thing, then, you know, the color might be more important, but it's just not that important to me and some others. But anyway, I like their colors. I like the finish. It's a flat finish, but it's not overly flat, so it's like a little easier to work with for weathering and stuff like that. And it looks good. I like the way it looks. And contrary to what a lot of people run into with water-based acrylics, I found it to be quite durable. I could tape it. I can honestly say I never had, and this, knock on wood, my wife's desktop is wood. I never had any problems with tape lift with the Vallejo paints using their primer or Stynylrez primer with Vallejo sprayed over top, or Vallejo with clear coats. I never had any problems with tape lift. There's other water-based acrylics. I'm not going to mention Mission Models, but I had problems with paint lift. And I'm sure, just like the owner of the company tells people, it's like, you're using it wrong. And that's why you're getting tape lift. Well, I tried every possible way to keep it from lifting, and it didn't work for me, so I moved on. But I never had that problem with Vallejo, so that's another reason I decided to go with Vallejo. So blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to be doing some videos, after all that blabbing, I'm going to be doing some videos about the paint and how I use it, and about some of the colors and stuff like that, because I want to mix it up, you know, not just have build videos, but have technique stuff and product stuff and all that kind of thing. So look forward to some of those. Those will be coming in the very near future, because Jim cracks up at me because I just got a thing for paint. You know, it's like I'm always trying something new. And, you know, I just enjoy it. Because paints are what brings the model to life, to sound hokey. You know, you can have this blob of green or gray plastic, and it's like, oh, that's really cool. But once you start putting the paint on it and all this different stuff, that's when models start to pop. Whether you weather them or not, it makes a huge difference. And the skills involved with getting a nice smooth paint job, and, you know, combining colors to get an air, it's just, I love the paint aspect of modeling. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, so look forward to some of those type of videos in the near future as well. So what else? I don't know. I've rambled long enough. I talked a lot more about some of the stuff than I intended to, but hey, this is an update video. So anyway, I think that will do it for now. So let's call this video done. So thanks for joining me for this October 8th or 9th, depending on when I get the video posted. This October 2024 update video of what's on the bench at Plastic Model Dude. So as always, thanks for joining me here. If you have any questions, comments, hints, tips, concerns, want to remark about some of the stuff I talked about, comment section down below. That would be awesome. If you haven't yet and you want to follow some of my partially entertaining informational demonstration, building, painting stuff videos, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like, thumbs up thing. just to let me know that you liked it. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. Until next time, I will see you all later.